If this message reached you tonight, it was not by accident. Heaven does not waste a single moment, and the words you're about to hear were arranged for you, for the ache you carry but rarely speak of. Because you have loved, you have given, you have opened your heart again and again, and somehow love keeps returning to you wearing the same wound. Tonight, your angels want to show you something they have seen for a very long time. There is a wound on your soul, and it was placed there before you were ever old enough to say no. Stay with me until the end, because what was sealed before you could choose, heaven is ready to heal before this night is over. You know the pattern, even if you have never said it out loud. The faces change, the names change, the promises change, but underneath, it is always the same story returning in new clothes, knocking on the same door of your heart. Someone arrives and there is that pull and that almost magnetic feeling you call destiny. Your chest tightens. You tell yourself this one is different, and for a while it feels like love, until slowly it becomes the same ache you have known your whole life. And here is what your angels want you to finally understand. That pull was never destiny. It was your wound recognizing its mirror. That is why the one who is calm, the one who is steady, the one who would treat you gently, feels boring to you. You think the spark is missing. But what is missing is the pain you were taught to call love. You always suspected something deeper was at work, didn't you? Some invisible thread pulling you toward the very people who could not stay. You were right. And tonight heaven will show you what it is. Long before you could speak, long before you could choose, something was placed upon your soul. Maybe it came through a home where love felt like something you had to earn. Maybe through a voice that should have protected you and instead taught you that affection must be chaste. Maybe it traveled down through the generations before you, a wound your mother carried and her mother before her. No one meant to hand it to you, but you received it all the same. And that wound became something your soul began to carry like a quiet frequency. A song only the unseen world can hear. And the souls who are still broken in the same place, they hear that song. They feel it. They are drawn to it. This is why you keep attracting the ones who reopen the very wound you are trying to heal. Not because you are cursed. Not because heaven is punishing you. But because a sealed wound calls out, and only those who match it answer. So hear me, child. It was never your fault. You did not choose this. It was placed on your shoulders before you could ever say no. The enemy was never you. The enemy is the lie that was sown into you. The lie that said love and pain must always travel together. And a lie can be undone. A seal can be lifted. That is why your angels brought you here tonight. So let us begin. Not with effort. Not with struggle. Only with surrender. Wherever you are, let your body grow still. And if you are able, place your hand gently over your heart. Feel it beating beneath your palm. That heart has carried the wound faithfully all these years, never once asking you for rest. Tonight it can lay it down. Breathe in slowly, and as you breathe out, let your shoulders fall. Again, breathe in the light, breathe out the weight. Now picture it. Above you, a soft light is beginning to descend. Warm, golden, alive. This is the presence of your angels drawing close, closer than they have ever been allowed to come, because tonight, finally, you have stopped running. Let that light touch the place where the wound was sealed. Do not force it open. Just allow the warmth to rest there. And as it does, repeat these words with me, quietly, from your heart. I release the love that was never mine to carry. I forgive the child I was, who only wanted to be loved. I let go of the ones who matched my wound, and I bless them on their way. I am ready to receive a love that does not have to hurt. And now, in your mind, see the invisible cords, the threads still tying you to those who wounded you. See your angels gently take them in their hands, and with the light dissolve them one by one. You are not losing anything that was meant for you. You are only releasing what was never yours to hold. Feel how the place that always ached grows quiet, lighter, as if a weight you forgot you were carrying has finally lifted from your soul. This is heaven healing what was sealed before you could speak. Let it. Now hear this because it matters. When your soul truly begins to heal, something strange may happen. The old kind simply stops appearing. The familiar chaos goes quiet. And in its place comes a stillness you are not used to. An emptiness. A silence. And the wound in its final breath will whisper that you have been abandoned. But that silence is not abandonment. That silence is sacred. It is heaven clearing the path, removing what was never meant to stay, so that a soul meant for the new you can finally find their way to you. So when the loneliness tempts you to run back to the old pain, do not. Do not reopen the door heaven just closed. Let the silence do its holy work. Trust the empty space. It is not the end of love. It is the room being made for the real one. Because the love that is coming for you now will not feel like the others. It will not feel like a storm you have to survive. It will feel like a shore you finally reach. It will be calm, and you will have to teach your heart that calm is not boring. Calm is safe. Calm is what love was always supposed to feel like. The one meant for you is not searching for the wounded you. They are being prepared in their own time for the healed you, the one rising in this very moment. So do not rush. Do not beg. Do not return to the familiar ache out of fear that nothing better will come. Heaven keeps perfect time, and what heaven is preparing for you, no broken love could ever compare to. You were not too much. You were not too broken. You were simply carrying a wound that was never yours, and tonight you set it down. Before you go, 3 small things, and your angels are asking each one of them. If you felt even a single word of this reach the wounded place inside you, comment the word healed below. Heaven is asking you to leave a mark, so the next soul who finds this knows she is not alone. Follow and stay close to this place. Your angels led you here for a reason, and I do not want them to bring you all this way only for you to lose the path back. And share this with someone you love, someone whose heart keeps choosing the ones who wound her. Tonight you may be the very angel heaven is sending her. The wound that was placed before you could say no is no longer yours to carry. Go gently. Love is on its way. May heaven guide your steps, and may you never again mistake pain for love. The chain ends here.